The story begins inside a video game called Yggdrasil. It's a special kind of online game where people feel like they are really inside it. The game became very popular in Japan after it came out in the year 2126. People loved it because the world was huge and players could do almost anything they wanted. But after 12 years, the game is about to shut down forever. Most players have already left. Only one player is still online, a man named Mamanga. He was the leader of a very strong team, or guild, called Ainz Ooal Gown. Even though everyone else is gone, he decides to stay online until the very end. Inside the game, Mamanga walks around the home base of his guild. Some powerful game characters called NPCs, they're not real players, are still there with him. One is Seabass, a loyal butler. Others are the Pleiades, a group of strong maids who fight in battles. Mamanga then goes to the throne room, where a beautiful but scary NPC named Albedo is waiting. She has black wings and horns. Before the game ends, Mamanga changes her settings and makes her fall in love with him as a joke. He doesn't think it will matter. After all, the game is about to end. But something strange happens. When the countdown to shut down ends, nothing changes. Mamanga is still inside the game. But now, everything feels real. His body is not human anymore. He has become the undead skeleton lore that his game character looks like. Even more surprising, the NPCs are acting like real people now. They can think and feel on their own. Realizing this is no longer just a game, Mamanga stays calm. He calls all the top guardians of Nazarick. They are the strongest protectors. Each one was made by a different player from his old team. Now, they all treat Mamanga like a king or even a god. They trust him completely. He tells them to be careful and not to show themselves to others unless needed. You want to find out where they are and what kind of world this is. Nazarick has been moved to a different place, one that has new people, countries, and rules. In the second part of the story, we learn more about the Guardians. They all believe Mamanga is the last supreme being. That means the last person from the original team who made them. They love and respect him very much. Mamanga leaves the tomb to explore the world above. He visits places he and his guild had created in the old game. But now everything feels alive and real. He hears people talk about supreme beings, which means the creators of Nazarick, the players like him. Meanwhile, a dangerous man is planning to attack a peaceful village nearby. Mamanga finds out about this using a magic item called the Mirror of Remote Viewing, which lets him see faraway places. He watches as knights start hurting the villagers. At first, he doesn't want to get involved, but then he remembers how another player once helped him when he was in trouble. That memory touches his heart, so he decides to help the people in the village. He also wants to see how strong he is in this new world. Mamanga teleports to the village and uses powerful spells to easily defeat the bad knights. During the battle, he saves two little sisters. To help them, he gives them a red potion that heals wounds and a magic horn that can call goblins to protect them later. After the fight, Mamanga notices something strange. He doesn't feel scared, sad, or unsure anymore. It's like his emotions are fading, just like the undead monster he now is. He also chooses to call himself Ainz Ooal Gown from now on. He hopes that if any old players are still out there, they will hear the name and come find him. He talks to the village leader and learns more about the world. There are many kingdoms, and they don't all get along. The knights who attacked the village might have been from the Baharuth Empire, but it could also be a trick by a secret group called the Slain Theocracy, who want to start a war between Baharuth and the Reincarnates kingdom. Soon, a brave warrior named Gazef Stronov arrives. He is the strongest fighter in the Reincarnates kingdom. He sees the village has been attacked and wants to help. But just as things calm down, a new danger shows up. The Slain Theocracy sends a group of magic users to kill Gazef. They even bring scary monsters from the old game, like Archangel Flames. Before the fight, Gazef asks Ainz to help protect the people, but Ainz says no. When the battle starts, Gazef fights bravely, but he's not strong enough. Just before Gazef gets hurt, Ainz uses a special item to switch places with him. Now, Ainz is the one standing in the battle. In a flash, Ainz destroys all the enemies, even their strongest magical monster. His power is huge, and everyone watching is amazed. After this, Ainz decides to learn more about the new world by becoming an official adventurer. He goes to the city Irantal and joins the Adventurers Guild. He signs up as Mammon and brings one of his Pleiades maids, Narbril, disguised so no one knows her true identity. They visit a pub to find work, but Mamon's unusual armor and strong presence attract attention. A fight breaks out when someone challenges him, and during the scuffle, a red-haired girl's potion breaks. Mamon quietly replaces it with one of his rare red healing potions and leaves. That potion is examined by a pharmacist named Lizzie Berar and her grandson Nfirea, who are amazed because such a potion shouldn't exist here. Ainz returns to the guild, wanting to rise quickly. He takes simple quests and soon joins an adventuring group called Swords of Darkness, made up of 4 members. They invite Mamon to join a monster-killing job. It seems simple, but bigger dangers might be near. Later, Ainz, as Mamon, gets a request from a young alchemist, Nfirea. Meanwhile, near Reincarnated, a mysterious woman named Clementine works with a priest. They plan to kidnap Nfirea because he can use any magical item, a rare and valuable ability. Nfirea hires adventurers to protect him on the way to Karn Village. On the trip, one adventurer jokes that Mamon and Narbril are a couple. Narbril accidentally reveals Mamon already has someone named Albedo. The group ignores it and continues. Suddenly, ogres and goblins attack. Mamon fights with amazing strength, stunning everyone. The adventurers realize he's far stronger than them. Mamon appreciates their teamwork and remembers his guildmates. Clementine continues a dark ritual to raise an undead army. When they reach Karn Village, it's well guarded by goblins summoned by Nfirea, a villager Ainz saved before. Nfirea is a close friend of Nfirea and the grandson of the pharmacist who examined Mamon's red potion. Nfirea starts to suspect Mamon is actually Ainz. He admits he contacted Mamon mainly to learn about the rare potion. They go into a forest to face the wise king of the forest, expecting a big monster, but it's a giant hamster that quickly surrenders and becomes Mamon's pet. After returning Nfirea home, things turn worse. Clementine has arrived and turned the adventurers into zombies. Nfirea is missing. When Ainz visits Nfirea's grandmother for payment, she begs him to find her grandson. Mamon and Narbril find Nfirea's location in the cemetery, where a huge undead army waits. Ainz calls powerful undead NPCs to clear the way. Narbril fights the priest, who summons a skeletal dragon that resists magic. She switches to sword fighting and holds her own even when a second dragon appears. Mamon goes after Clementine. He tells Narbril to show her true power as a battle maid. She becomes Narbril Gamma and destroys the dragons with strong magic. Mamon easily defeats Clementine, giving her chances but slowly crushing her to repay her cruelty. After the fight, Ainz finds Nfirea alive but injured, with eyes harmed by a cursed item. Ainz heals him and destroys the curse. Elsewhere, Seabass, Solution, and Shaltir search for strong magic users. They hear about a warrior named Brain Unglaus, who rivals Gazef, the kingdom's top fighter. Shaltir chases Brain into the forest, killing spellcasters, but she is ambushed and mind-controlled. Back in Nazarick, Albedo tells Ainz Shaltir turn against them. Ainz thinks someone else controls her, possibly another player. He decides to handle it himself. He tells the Adventurers Guild he has been chasing the vampire for a while. With Albedo, Ainz finds Shaltir standing still in a forest clearing. He tries a rare magic to free her, but it fails. Ainz realizes the mind control uses a world-class item, meaning another powerful player exists here. To prepare, Ainz visits Nazarick's treasury and meets Pandora's Actor, an NPC guarding the treasure. He arms himself with the strongest gear left by his old guildmates and promises Albedo he will return safely after fighting Shaltir alone. The final fight begins. Ainz casts many protective spells and launches a huge attack that destroys part of the forest. Shaltir moves and transforms into her battle form. A fierce fight starts, with both using powerful spells and skills. Shaltir summons a clone and monsters to help. Ainz seems to run low on magic, but he planned it. He tricked Shaltir by faking weakness and hiding what he knew about her powers. He changes to a warrior class and uses many weapons, relics from his guildmates. Finally, Ainz wins, defeating Shaltir with his full strength. Shaltir is resurrected, but doesn't remember being controlled. Ainz explains Seabass is acting as bait elsewhere to find the hidden enemy. Though many mysteries remain, Ainz prepares Nazarick's guardians for the strong, foe coming their way.